world's largest 10 Commandments, found in Murphy, North Carolina. The world's largest 10 Commandments arrived 10 decades before a new wave of 10 Commandment monuments appeared on courthouse lawns, schoolyards, and tourist attractions. These Latter-day Testaments are designed to be in your face. But the most commanding of commandments is in a remote, not very well marked religious park named the Fields of the Wood. Why hide the world's largest 10 Commandments under a figurative bushel? Because even though they are 300 feet wide, they were kind of an afterthought. A.J. Tomlinson was the visionary who built them. He was working for the American Bible Society when he encountered a sect of down-on-their-luck, speaking in tongues, Pentecostals in the mountains of southwestern North Carolina. On the morning of June 13th, 1903, A.J. climbed to a hilltop and met God. When he walked back down, he had a plan for the Pentecostals. 3 years later, he was running their sect, which he grew into a multinational Protestant denomination that he named the Church of God of Prophecy. Work began on the Fields of the Wood on November the 15th, 1940. Its first monument was not the 10 Commandments, but a globe-topped obelisk marking the spot where A.J. conveyed his revelation to the Pentecostals. The second monument was the world's largest altar, 80 feet long, marking the spot where A.J. met God. A.J. said this was only right, since the Bible says that sacred religious sites should be marked with monuments. Then A.J. died. He lived just long enough to see his mega commandments outlined on a hillside. Following his personal directions, the Church of God of Prophecy completed all of the monuments at the Fields of the Wood in 1945. Over subsequent decades, the humongous 10 Commandments, which face the hill topped by A.J.'s altar, have become the stars of the park. Each letter is 5 feet high and 4 feet wide, set into a grassy slope extending heavenward. The view from the bottom offers 350-plus daunting steps up to the top. On the opposite side of a narrow valley paved with large parking lots for church crowds is Prayer Mountain, which rises nearly as high as its neighbor. Its steps are flanked with monuments for the 29 prominent teachings of the Church of God of Prophecy, each sponsored by a different state. The teachings include condemnations of liquor, Virginia, tobacco, Washington, Freemasonry, North Dakota, swearing, Arkansas, and the divorce and remarriage evil, Indiana. Louisiana covers it all with its monument. Eternal punishment for the wicked. For all its massiveness, the world's largest 10 Commandments are just one of the roster of religious center booth displays a map. The world's, for all, let me repeat that, for all its massiveness, the world's largest 10 Commandments are just one of a roster of religious landmarks at the Fields of the Wood. A welcome center booth displays a map helpfully charting everything on the 210-acre property, from a replica Golgotha to a cartoon-style star of Bethlehem atop a metal tower. There is an empty tomb built of stone taken from the mountains, and a baptismal pool big enough to hold a busload of sinners. Christian rock broadcast from speakers outside the gift shop fills the little valley. The highest point in the park is All Nations Cross, a prone display optimized by angelic viewing. The 10 Commandments. 1. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. 2. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. 4. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. 5. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. 6. Thou shalt not kill. 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. 8. Thou shalt not steal. 9. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. 10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.